Have you ever felt like someone's always watching you? That feeling you get, like your every move is being tracked, your conversations overheard, strangers knowing too much about you? What if I told you you're not imagining it? Some people call it paranoia, others call it a modern-day silent war. But for those who live through it every day, it has a name: gang stalking. And today, we're diving deep into why it happens and who's behind it. Gang stalking isn't just someone keeping tabs on you. It's coordinated, organized, often silent, and very, very real to those who experience it. Victims report constant surveillance, subtle harassment, social sabotage, and psychological torment. But why? Why would multiple people, sometimes complete strangers, go out of their way to follow, interfere, and destabilize someone's life? In this video, I'll break down 10 powerful reasons why people are gang stalked and reveal the possible stalkers behind it all. You might want to watch till the end, because awareness is the first form of defense. 10 reasons people are gang stalked. Reason 1: whistleblowing. One of the most common reasons people are gang stalked is because they expose something or someone. Whistleblowers are individuals who reveal secrets, often tied to corruption, corporate fraud, or government misconduct. And when the truth threatens powerful systems, retaliation often comes silently, through discrediting, intimidation, and isolation. In many cases, these whistleblowers aren't taken to court. They're harassed out of their sanity. Reason 2: former insiders or employees. Imagine you worked for an intelligence agency, a pharmaceutical company, or a secretive religious institution. You leave, but you know too much. Some former insiders become targets not because they've spoken out, but because of what they might reveal. Gang stalking becomes a way to contain them, to make sure they never get too bold or too vocal. Reason 3: experimental targeting, non-consensual testing. Sounds like a sci-fi film, right? But history has proven that governments have conducted covert experiments on citizens before, without their knowledge or consent. Think MKUltra, Project Artichoke, COINTELPRO. Some believe modern gang stalking is an evolved version of this, using psychological manipulation, behavior modification, and surveillance testing in real-world settings. In this theory, some victims are unknowingly chosen as test subjects for technology or psychological warfare strategies. Reason 4: revenge or personal vendetta. Sometimes, gang stalking is deeply personal. A jealous ex, a disgruntled former friend, or a bitter family member. All it takes is one person with the right connections. They might weaponize their network to ruin your reputation, manipulate social circles, or harass you into submission. The damage is amplified when they know intimate details about your life. What triggers you? What scares you? What breaks you? Reason 5: financial motive or inheritance targeting. Money makes people do terrible things. Inheritance disputes, land ownership, and financial fraud can lead to someone being targeted, especially if their removal brings gain. Some are gang stalked by relatives or legal adversaries who want them declared mentally unstable to gain control over their assets. Others become victims simply because their wealth or potential inheritance paints a target on their back. Reason 6: social or political activism. Standing up for the truth, advocating for justice, or even just speaking loudly online can make you a target. Activists, independent journalists, or outspoken individuals challenging the status quo often report targeted harassment. Some believe they're added to unofficial watch lists, monitored by private contractors or shadow networks aiming to silence dissent. Reason 7: misdiagnosed mental illness. This is the cruel twist. Some are targeted after being diagnosed with a mental condition. Once someone has a label like schizophrenia or delusional disorder, it's easy to dismiss their cries for help. Gang stalking thrives in this gray area. Real experiences cloaked in disbelief. What better way to discredit a victim than to first call them crazy? Reason 8. Involuntary membership or cult exit. Some people become targets after trying to leave controlling religious groups, cults, or secret societies. These organizations often don't take rejection well and use manipulation, fear, and social sabotage to punish those who try to break free. Gang stalking becomes their version of exile, a psychological crucifixion. Reason 9. Refusing to conform. Some people are stalked simply because they're different. They challenge norms. They don't play by society's rules. Maybe they live off-grid, practice alternative lifestyles, or just don't fit the mold. These individuals become soft targets for group harassment, whether out of fear, prejudice, or boredom. And the worst part? The attackers often believe they're doing something good. Reason 10. Mistaken identity or random selection. Finally, some people are simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. They look like someone else. They said the wrong thing. They caught attention unintentionally. Others may be randomly selected for monitoring, used as training material for surveillance agencies, or flagged in error. It's a reminder that anyone can become a target, and often without even knowing why. Who are the stalkers? Now that we've covered the why, let's talk about the who. Who's actually behind gang stalking? The answer isn't always simple, but here are the usual suspects. 1. Government agencies, rogue or authorized. Some victims believe they are targeted by agencies like the CIA, FBI, or local intelligence branches, often through shadow programs or unauthorized initiatives. 2. Private security firms and contractors. These are ex-military or law enforcement operatives who offer surveillance services to powerful clients. Think of them as mercenaries with legal cover. Number 3. Cults or secret societies. Former members, defectors, or whistleblowers can be harassed relentlessly by the same group they tried to escape. Loyalty is enforced through fear. Number 4. Organized crime or local gangs. In some cases, street gangs or underground networks carry out gang stalking against those they consider snitches, debtors, or traitors. 5. Corporate or workplace networks. Yes, even big companies have their secrets. Whistleblowing, office politics, or insider threats can lead to a person being isolated or stalked. 6. Jealous neighbors and personal enemies. Sometimes it starts with one person, a neighbor with envy, a jilted ex. Then they start involving others, turning whispers into a coordinated smear campaign. 7. Artificial intelligence and predictive surveillance. Here's the modern twist: many now believe AI, facial recognition, and data algorithms flag individuals for enhanced monitoring. You might be followed not by humans but by programs. And once you're tagged, it's hard to untangle yourself. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. If you're watching this video, chances are you've experienced some of the signs, or know someone who has. First, know this: you're not crazy. You're not imagining it. Gang stalking is a real phenomenon, and while the motives and methods vary, the impact is always the same: fear, confusion and isolation. But there's hope. The more we talk about this, the more we share stories, speak up, and connect, the less power these hidden networks hold. Remember, evil thrives in silence, but awareness is the beginning of freedom. Have you ever experienced anything like this? Strange patterns, repeated faces, unexplained interference? Drop your story in the comments. Your voice might be the one that helps someone else feel seen. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This channel is about truth, freedom, and the fight against silence.